Hi everyone, this is just a quick little video to show you what I'm doing with my nails this week. And this is what I decided to do. I just think it's kind of fun. The other hand will actually be the opposite. We'll have 3 of the coral and 2 of the green. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do the flakies on the other finger. We'll see. Okay, so I've already got my base coat on. That's pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. The coral that I'm using is Sinful Colors, and it's in Island Coral 1103. Let's see if we can get it to focus on that. There you go. So we're going to do, we're going to start with the pinky. And you're going to want to do 2 coats of this. This is a fairly pigmented color, but I just think you get a lot of depth with 2 coats. And with any polish, I guess you can get kind of streaking, and that second coat kind of takes that away. So we're just going to slap that on real quick. Always make sure you get your tips when you're doing your polish. You want to get your tips with your base coat, your 2 color coats, and your top coat. You will be amazed at how much longer your polish will stay on. Basically, you think about it, and you know, the ends of your nails, you don't really think about it, but your nails, gosh, I mean, they just go through so much. And with each layer that you put on your ends, it's that much that it has to go through before it starts picking up and pulling your polish away. Okay, so the green that I'm using is Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear, and it is in 340 Mint Sorbet. This is a little bit of a thicker polish. You could get away with 1 coat on this, but it would have to be a thick coat. And the thinner your polish is, the faster it'll dry, so we'll be doing 2 coats of everything. Now typically when you're doing your polish, by the time you go through all 10 nails, it's dry enough that you can put your second coat on. But because I already did 1 hand, I really have to wait a second. So I will be back just as soon as this sets up just enough to get the other layer on. Okay, I think that'll be fine. About a minute, not too long. So we're going to put our second coat on, and you watch just the depth that you can get with that second coat. The less strokes when you're putting your polish on, the better. If you have a tendency to put on, 15 or 20 strokes, your polish is too thick, and it's going to be lumpy and bumpy, and it's not going to look right. So don't be afraid to get enough polish on your brush when you're doing it to get the job taken care of fairly quickly. You don't want to get too much polish on that it's just going to be a big globby mess. But you want to get it on to where you don't have to you just don't have to work at it so hard to get it pretty. And then if you do have any, mess, just clean it up. You can use an orange wood stick. You can file off the tip of a toothpick to where at least you have somewhat of a flat surface. You can clean it off that way. I've seen people use makeup brushes, real thin makeup brushes, which I think is brilliant. I've never tried that, but I thought it was pretty smart. Okay, so again, we're going to let this set up for just a minute so we can get our top coat on. Or if we're going to put the flakies on this nail, then we would still have to wait because it's just a little bit too wet still. You want it to be a little bit tacky, but not super wet, or it'll just make a goopy mess. So I'll be right back again. Okay, I think it should be set up enough. Just about another minute. And I didn't really know if I was going to, but I think I'm going to put these flakies on here just to give it a little bit of interest. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with these flakies. Sometimes they come out really well, and sometimes you just have to fight to get a quasi-even layer of them. And then you have to make sure that you don't have so much of the clear coat in there that it's never going to dry. But I think it's worth it because I think it's pretty. Let's see if we can get some up on that top. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we'll go ahead and top coat this. Now obviously I'm not going to top coat that flaky right away. I'm probably gonna wait about 2 minutes because that's a little bit thicker of a base that's in there, and I just want it to set up real well so it doesn't, the flakies kind of don't move around a whole lot. I have a tendency to like to put on 2 top coats. I just think it makes it ultra shiny, and I think it makes it last longer. Let's go ahead and get our edges. This will really help too. I don't know if, when I do my nail polish, if I don't get my ends, especially with darker colors, if you pick up paper or, you know, just anything like that, you'll leave streaks on the paper. Well, if you do your edges when you do your polish, especially your base coat and your top coat, that will not happen. More so obviously with the top coat because it's got to get through, it has to get through that layer of top coat before it can actually get to that layer of polish. And so you just don't have that problem. This, I am working with my left hand, I'm doing my right hand, and I am extremely right-handed. But this doesn't seem like it's going too bad. And I don't know if you can see it on the video, but the second coat just makes it super glossy. And I just love that. And then every couple of days I might even just add another top coat. I'll try to put a top coat on this flaky, see how it does. Oh yeah, it's set up pretty well. You can tell if you're putting your top coat on too fast. You'll know like as soon as you lay that top coat down, because it'll almost pull up and it just has a weird look to it. You know, if you can get away from it, just back off and just wait. Okay, so this is what it is. So there you go. I hope you like it. Please feel free to subscribe, to comment. Please like my video. I love that. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.